Hello. In this video, we're going to discuss Step 3 of the Manage Classes program, Creating an Assignment. We're going to open up the Manage Classes program. The next step is we will choose the Create Assignment option, either here by clicking this button or up here by clicking this tab. To create an assignment, we need to choose our teacher account, our class name. I'm going to make an assignment for my Math 7 Blue class. So I check Math 7 Blue, and now I enter the assignment name. I'm going to ask the students to create a PowerPoint file on circles. So I'm going to call this assignment name Circle Presentation. The next thing it wants me to do is to give the file name. Now, this is very important. We're going to encode a file name here. It will be a unique file name for this assignment, for the circle presentation that my Math 7 students in Section Blue are doing. When I encode this file name, the students must use exactly this file name when they save their work. So I'm going to ask the students to make a file name circlepresentation.odp. It's very important to include the extension on this. So every student, when they sign into their name and do their work, they must name this assignment circlepresentation.odp. And this is case sensitive, so they must use capital C and capital P just exactly as I have here. If they can use this exact file name, we'll show you in the next segment how powerful this is. So I'm going to call this grading period 1. So again, this is optional. You can add a description if you like or not. And when we're finished, we can click Save. So that assignment has now been created for my Math 7 Blue students. Now usually you may have more than one section with the same assignment. So for example, your Section Pink and Section White classes may also have the same project. So you would need to do the same thing. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to check now the Math 7 Pink. The assignment is Circle Presentation. I can tell them to use the same file name, and certainly as the teacher you want to make sure you spell it correctly. So now my Math 7 Pink students will be creating a file also called circlepresentation.odp that they'll be saving in their own student folder, their individual student folder. And I'll click Save. So that's how you create an assignment in the situation where the students are making only a single file for their outputs. Now I want to show you another example where perhaps the students will be creating multiple files. So instead of just one presentation, maybe they'll have a writer document, a presentation, and a spreadsheet. So I'm going to create assignment, and for this case I'm going to choose my 9th grade students in Section Yellow. And I'm going to call this Cosine Project. Now, I'm going to choose, in this case, that they do a project. So I'm going to click the project button. Now what that means is that instead of encoding a file name, what I'm going to encode is a directory or a folder name. So I'm going to give the folder name where the students will save all of the files that they are creating for their cosine project. So I'm going to ask them to create a folder called cosine in their own student directory where they will save all of their outputs for this project. So this is different than the case before where I did not click the project button, where I entered a single file name. When I click is project, I give a folder name. And I'm going to say folder where students store cosine project files. And I click save. So again, students will need to create a folder called cosine, and it's case sensitive. So since I used a capital C setting up this assignment, they will need to use that as well. So that is how we create assignments. If for some reason you add a new student after you've created an assignment and you want that student to do the assignment, you will just need to open that assignment again and click save, and then the new student will get that assignment plus any new future assignments that get saved. But generally speaking, you'll just need to do create assignment once. And you can see that when we add new assignments, they will be added here. So for example, let's say that the students will do another assignment, which is a writer file, and we're going to call that description of square. And I want them to call that square.odt. And now when I check back, I can see that both of those assignments are there. So that is how to create an assignment. Thank you very much.